Play on.
And he can cover some ground, Wayne, can't he?
Yep.
He can get up the ground, as we've seen, cut off by D. Well done, Hurley. Just held up the champion Franklin. McKenna just overcooked it slightly, but Brown was at the back of hooker and then off a step. Did he mean that? Well, Heppel's got it, and Heppel obviously the left footer now. Probing, kick to full forward, Stringer a target. Well done, Rampy, building away. Smith almost a high tackle. He's been a good goal kicker in the past. He's kicked over 30 in 1 year, and he's hammered it home. So the Bombers draw level. Good game early.
Heaney with a really clean takeaway out of the middle. Just needed to sparkle up the presentation to Franklin. Hurley attacking the footy and charging down the ground.
He looks fit enough that he can still play, doesn't he?
He never was one to carry too much weight, Bruce.
No. Here's Merritt. So Zach Merritt off that step with that neat kick. So Alira again. That time not quite. And then Linkford getting it from Heppel. Hooking back. Kennedy. Oh, brilliant Fantasia. Zaharakis probably could have kicked the goal. Goddard still with Goddard. Hasn't panicked, but he good smother from Dawson. Oh, that was clever. Well done by...
In a long time, but he'd up a teammate.
McDonald, Chip and Woody has guided it home. The Bombers in front.
And he plays in a team that doesn't necessarily like it to happen that way. Whether that would be frustrating for him. Zaharakis down the line, good looking ball. Alir defends well. Now O'Riordan. Do you think, as Stringer grabs it just outside 50, trying to find Parrish, and he does, do you think that would be frustrating playing? There's the task ahead. Parrish, and he's on target. No problems. Scores level. With 10 for Sydney.
Play on.
Well, Chambers over the back. Kennedy, fast hands to Lloyd. Kept alive by Merritt. Got it back into a dangerous area of the ground. Bagley had to unload quickly, and he did. Gee, it was a good smother by O'Riordan on Bell Chambers as well. That's a great handball from Langford. It was deliberate. He knew Merritt was on his bike and going. And what a good centering kick it was. Well defended by Grundy and Smith, but they don't clear the zone. In comes Myers. Stringer, really sharp. Fashionable football. Great football. Bagley ends with the goal.
He'll know. They'll know how long they've got here, and he can eat up his...
Move it on now.
About 20 of those seconds, and he's going to go with that defensive kick. Franklin caught underneath, ball getting to the back. Francis done okay. Now can Saad break a line here? Can he break a line and get them into a scoring position? They might. Goddard, he's a good finisher, Goddard. He gets it wider. McKenna goes with a raw scrubby goal. Yes, scrubby goal.
Interesting, I've hardly seen a runner go on the ground with Gillan McLaughlin and Steve Hocking standing right next to them. Unusual when there's only a minute to go in a quarter. Normally they're out there. Out of the middle they go. The mark will count here. The mark will count. Almost. Free kick. Which way's the free going?
Essendon.
It's going Essendon's way.
Yeah, clear it out. You're right on there. Thank you.
Fair enough.
So Brown will line up after the half-time siren. Huge kick from 53 metres out. The journey's there. Was a touch. Big decision here. Umpire says goal. Bombers come from everywhere. Can you believe it? The Bombers are in front. The action looked like that. Couldn't quite see the fist make contact. Kennedy, Florent. Merritt got him nailed. Stretching tackle, and Merritt very happy with his work.
Had a bit of the ball, but I agree. Doesn't look like he's moving as freely as he normally does.
Sinclair, Heppel, terrific. Just it back to Zaharakis. Good kick. Good mark. Well, we talked a little bit about this fella. Kicked 7 goals in his last 3 matches before tonight. And there he go. One on half-time and one just after. And they pinch a break.
Going wide, long down the line and playing the more defensive game.
Bombers by 10. That's their biggest lead. Sydney, biggest lead was likewise. In the second, now McGrath Gee, they've come ready in the second half here as Merritt just slots an easy one and a 16-point Bomber margin.
Now Franklin moving. This will be interesting. Hurley and Franklin, a real one-on-one. Hurley, Buddy, Hurley won it and won it well. That was huge to Goddard. What a win that was.
The run here of Fox. Cunningham. Down the line here, Papley flying. Funny little handball. Sard. McGrath. Had to turn and get it back in the middle of a dangerous spot. Parries the link. Fantasia wanted to go, but he had McKenna. Now Stringer. Stringer can pulverise it from 50. Stringer from one end to the other, the Bombers. So, correct call made by field and boundary umpires. Bell Chambers and Sinclair getting tied up. Myers, a little slider along the ground. Rampy went over the top of it. McDonald, Tip and Woody around the corner. Remarkable stuff. He's got a couple.
Gee, what a turnaround though, Richo, in the last couple of minutes. I mean, Sydney not dead in the water 2 minutes ago, but one goal away from being pretty much that Merritt. Well, McDonald, Tip and Woody's been superb.
Just out of his range here, McDonald, Tip and Woody. Puts it in. Here comes the lead. Fantasia, I think it is. Yes, it is.
What a kick. What a touch kick by McDonald, Tip and Woody.
Come on, BT, give it the full Monty here.
Arazi, old Fantasia. Big time kick from 30 has gold. Bombers back out by 11.
We'll get another look at it in a minute, BT.
You speak for yourself, Bruce.
Sinclair and Bell Chambers. Cunningham just hanging on the Swans. Oh, Hayward again. He's done that a couple of times tonight. The pace of the game is...
Yeah, they need him back on there. He's the one who can get them going from the stoppages.
That was a little test for a medial then, Wingy. They were just testing whether there was any soreness on the inside of the knee. He looks okay. Looks like they've said you can go. All is good. String up. He just pulls the kick a little. It was well done. It draws Bagley to the footy. Here comes Fantasia. He goes over the top and he goes long. Bagley has nailed it for the Bombers. They lead by 19. He's got two. Or do they have the little chip, keep it wide game going? Bombers forcing them to that part of the ground. Newman. Cunningham, now they've opened him up a little bit. The Lloyd handball is partially smothered by Merritt, as well as the tackle. Florence spinning in and then out of the tackle. Quick little handball from Guelphy. Got it to Heppel. Heppel around the corner. Rampy tried to one hand. Smith quite brilliant. Smith magnificent.
And they're one of the two teams that beat them. Only Richmond and the Tigers have beaten them in that time. Richmond and the Pies, I should say.
So it is an impressive patch of play for the Bombers, and it's real. There's no doubt about that. Here's Goddard squeezing the little trigger. Sard tried the little side kick to Orazio. Heppel fast hands. McKenna even faster. Sard, look at the linking. Myers, Fantasia, magnificent Bagley. Wow. Good, wasn't it?
Sharp hands, and they play on instinct too. They just trust each other. Even in a contest, to be able to get that little handball over, create the overlap, and
look at Myers, look at Myers, he's got it. Oh, gee, Florent went to the bench. Myers comes in and he's shut the door. Florent was heading off to the bench. He guarded him with the first, and then he couldn't let him go.
Forgive him that, he's been wonderful tonight, the skipper.
It is one of the great mysteries. How did this team ever lose to Carlton? It is bizarre. Here's Guelphy. Short ball to Myers. Very important. Zahara. Smith it was, in fact, on the way to goal. And he kicks his second as Hurley takes the phone call.
Even better with this result tonight. Not if you're a Sydney Swans fan, and there are a lot of them around the country, but this ladder is oh so tight. A chaos kick from Parker forward. 7 long years, since they've beaten the Swans. They've picked the best time to do it.